going on? Welcome to the Oil Stream here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented always by the one and only Boston Pizza. It's Reid, Wilkins, Hernan, Salas, and a shout out to you, Trev, for putting this on air as a producer. He's going home right now. Ready to call it a day?
Where are you going, Trev?
I'm actually taking my car in.
Again?
And then going home.
Walk? You're going to have to walk?
And then going golfing later tonight at the ranch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Have you golfed a lot this summer?
This will be the third time.
This is ball golf. Ball golf. Not
yes.
Standing golf.
No.
Well, I guess you stand in disc golf. Yeah.
How? Who are you going with?
Stepdad Frank.
Oh, nice. Say hello to Stepdad
Absolutely.
Frank.
Are you a good golfer? We've never really talked about it.
No, I'm probably the worst golfer
Do you keep
I know.
score or do you just hit it? Or?
No, I keep score.
Yeah.
I had, during COVID, I remember it was the first time I got a season's pass. And I think, I'm not even joking, I got worse as the season went on. My scores got higher, which really affected me. And
sometimes, I've told the story about 10 or 11 years ago. I got lessons at the quarry. I'll give Taylor Sinsky a shout out because they had a partnership with Chet at the time. So, and the first I got worse before I got better because then you're playing rounds and you're ironing out your swing. But then it did help me improve. But you didn't take lessons; you just played more.
No, I played more.
See, that's the danger. I think, at least for how my mind works. If I hit a really poor shot, and I hit a lot of them, I at least like to know what I needed to correct. So the lessons obviously helped me get better, but they also helped me like, oh, okay, I think I understand what I did wrong there. So I got to, whereas if you're just doing it wrong over and over again, or you're not sure what you're correct, oh, it's correct this, so I still hit a bad shot. Right?
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. When I go to the golf sim during the winter time, if I do a shot and if I shank it left, they have the replay and I look at my club face and I see how it is and I know how it feels and I'm like, oh, so that's what that was. And then my next shot, I'll correct it and be like, oh, that's way better. So I completely agree with you.
It's like running, like training. You run slower to get faster. That's my training this year, so we'll put it to a test.
Oh, that's really counterintuitive.
Yeah, it's called Zone 2 training.
Yeah, see, I never... See, with running, I just go do it.
No, I know. But
I never really looked into anything.
Because last year, Reid, I just ran as fast as I could in training, and it did not. Yeah. I showed up injured with my Achilles, and I burned out the last 5-6K.
Oh, yeah. So I never, I don't think I'm capable. I don't even know what my top speed would be. I wouldn't be able to maintain it for very long.
Yeah, I know. So now I'm doing a smarter training. I am seeing, it's the first 2 months were very frustrating because you're not supposed to see an improvement. Like you just get slower, but then now I'm seeing it.
Right.
Now I'm seeing it when I run. I'm seeing like my pace is dropping. I'm seeing that I'm feeling better. I'm not tired.
Nice.
I'm not. Yeah. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, that's great.
If I don't beat my score from last, I'll retire.
You will. You'll
running.
be sub 2 hours when you do the half.
I'll quit running.
We're less than 2 months from the half marathon.
Are you doing that again? No.
Yeah.
You are?
Have you entered already?
Oh, crap.
No, I got to enter before July 1st because the price goes up.
Yeah, I should probably. I'll enter the 10K.
Holy, good for you guys. That's awesome.
You're doing the 10K?
Yes.
I
don't be able to do the 5.
You should do the 5 with us.
Maybe.
Yeah, why not? It'll be fun, and then we can all hang out after.
I'm starting to
crush some suds.
I was telling you last week, I really want to pick up running. Like, what's good? I'm trying to set a goal. 5K a week is my goal. So
what does it take you to run a 5K?
When I was good, I this is not a joke. Like I was really, really good. I was a really good runner growing up.
Okay.
My one time, you used to be able to look it up, but I did the Moonlight Run in Lethbridge, which was a 6K, and I did that in like 27 minutes.
Okay. What?
Yes.
That's insanely fast.
Yeah. Like I was I was in the Tabor Running Club, and I finished second. My best bud to this day, Ferg, who I moved up to Edmonton with, he got first, and it was pretty cool for us.
Let me see mine. I think I have my fastest 5K.
But Reid, I was like in grade 6, I was like 60 pounds. I was like the little engine that could, man. Like I could run forever. I'm not even joking, man. I was like the Energizer bunny. Just, it was incredible.
My fastest 5K since I've been wearing my Garmin was in 26:41.
Well, that's quite good, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, that's going like all out, right?
Yeah.
Not all out, but you're going.
But you're really comfortable, yeah. You're just in a groove.
Yeah.
Well, have a great afternoon, Trev. Is what we're getting to.
Okay. Well, anyways, thanks, guys. And Reid, we're going to be golfing on Sunday if the weather is nice.
I'm TBD. I told Dustin if it rains a lot, I am not golfing. Even if it stopped raining, but it's soggy out, I'm probably not going to play. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. And Canada plays at 1. Or tea times at 3, so it's got to be really nice weather for me to play.
Horrible timing.
I told Dustin that. I think somebody's at the desk.
Someone's asking, did you do the splits at the end of the run?
No, I did not, but I could do the splits then.
Poor Trev.
Very effectively.
Did you blink?
Maybe.
Poor Trev. Did you fail your learners while you were running?
No.
That's why you kept failing your learners. You were running while.
Cancel the old stream. More running talk. Doug that. Hey, I'm down for a running show. Are you?
I can talk about whatever. I'll talk about whatever. I can roll with it. Suggest some random topics in the inbox and in the nasty chat. In the last 5 minutes, I won't look. You can just tee me up, and I'll try to do a minute on each one.
Did you pee?
He hasn't peed since grade 6.
How many times he failed his learners?
He says 9.
I failed twice and I got it on my 3rd.
It's true.
I think I got it mine first time. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you're Reid Wilkins, man.
I don't think it's uncommon to pass your learners on the first attempt, Hernan.
It'd be hard to find. How many people pass on the first attempt? Let us know at the inbox.
Though, I mean, I don't really remember these life events as well as
it's a long time.
Younger people, yeah. I failed my learner's test 2 days ago on the show.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, but you're under pressure and you haven't studied.
Well, I didn't feel pressure. It was just more, you didn't study.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
What's going on?
These draft days are a lot less intense than they used to be.
Well, when the Oilers had a top 5 pick right. or the first overall pick, it's almost like the Oilers don't draft till tomorrow unless they trade into the first round.
Which I think we've already even gotten word from within the organization is unlikely.
Well,
right?
Yeah. They don't have many picks. They don't have many guys they can move. So Darnell Nurse, it is, buddy. That's all we're waiting for. You covered a lot of drafts. What's the atmosphere like? Obviously, it's changed last year and this year. I wish they went back to the old way. I really liked the way they did it. I don't know why they had to change it, but
COVID led to some of the changes.
Sure.
And I think a little bit was like, we don't have to travel everywhere and send dozens of people, and get hotels. Because I think for the Oilers, they sent a media relations person there to Buffalo, but everybody else is back here, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But for you covered a lot. You went down a lot. What's the vibe like on draft day?
I covered 6 drafts.
Okay.
So, a few, I guess. So not as much as some people, but I went from 2014 to 2019. They're pretty major events, right? Like I remember in Chicago in 2017, Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves came out and did like a welcome to the draft thing, and the crowd was just going nuts. They probably spoke for a couple minutes. It's very. I always found them a little bit because you gotta get around, right? Like in a couple, I think I could walk from the hotel to the rink, but. You got to make sure you're at a shuttle, and you can't just show up. If you're doing shows, you can't show up 15 minutes before the show. You got to get there. You got to make sure it's set up. You got to make sure that technical stuff works, and then it might be like a little hurry up and wait. And I know a couple places it was super cramped. You got people on either side, or they didn't leave as much seating as they were supposed to for the media. So I remember doing one show kind of all squished up with my laptop actually on my lap because there was no room to put it on the desk with all the equipment and other people around you. So there's a lot. I always found that there was a lot to worry about. Just again.
Yeah, you don't just show up.
City, getting there on time. What's the technical stuff going to be like? How's it going to go? I remember the one year. We did the stuff on the Friday night, and then we did a 3 or 4 hour show on the Saturday. And it was me, Stoff, and Jack, and one guy would usually tap out to get a little bit of a break, but there were points where it's just okay, what are we saying anymore? Here's Anaheim's 5th round pick.
Yeah, and you don't know all the players, obviously.
No, I used to when the Oilers drafted fairly high. I think I would take about the top 100 or 150 guys and just make like a folder or do a tank for myself, like name, height, weight, junior team, and then I try to find something about them.
Yeah.
Like was, OHL Rookie of the Year, and his dad played pro 10, like just something. So you could even have 10 seconds to say something about the guy. But I mean, they're major events. I mean, there's obviously a major NHL event. They would be big in the city that they're in, like you'd see the flags up or signage around the city. So it was a neat experience. I mean, who knows if I'll ever do one again. Maybe there'll be one in Edmonton someday, but if they're sort of decentralizing some of it, then I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it used to be must-watch TV for me, and especially because it was before I was in this business. The Oilers were in the decade of darkness. So,
right.
And I always enjoyed it. I like seeing the feel-good stories. I like seeing the parents get emotional and hug their kid after so many years of hard work.
Yeah.
Like, I like that kind of stuff. So I might have it on today. There's a CFL game as well on. There's World Cup. So I'll probably go back and forth. But again, the Oilers don't have a pick until the second round unless they move it before that or at the draft, obviously. So, it's going to be interesting. Mo, I just wanted to get this one. Teams are making moves and the Oilers leadership group are on a summer PR tour. Well, Mo, I get your frustration. But, hey, the Oilers, just because other teams making moves doesn't mean the Oilers don't have some stuff, behind the scenes, just, getting ready to be done or finalized or anything like that.
Well, and then remember, like, is Connor Ingram staying now, isn't he? Well, I mean, it came out a couple of days ago. There was like a move to Ottawa coming. That never happened.
Well, and Ottawa just picked up Samuel Ersson in a trade with the Leafs, so they got their backup. I mean, well, let's start there. Like, listen, there's nothing against Connor Ingram. I thought he came in. I thought he was their best goalie last year out of all the goalies they played.
He was. Yeah, he was.
He did not play well in the playoffs, but either did the team in front of him, so I'm not putting it all on the goaltending. But, Reid. I keep wanting to say Joaquin.
Oh, it's okay.
Are you okay with running it back with Jarry and Ingram?
No.
But
they might have to.
They might have to.
I'm okay with Ingram getting a full season.
Okay.
I thought he showed signs of being at least a solid NHL goaltender. I mean, he had some really good games. I don't think he's an elite goaltender. There are obviously very few elite goaltenders. I thought when the Oilers actually played decent defense, which they did in small stretches, that he looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I found with Ingram there weren't a lot of leaky goals.
No,
there weren't a lot of goals where you said, "Oh man, I can't believe that one went in." We saw with obviously Skinner had some shots he had trouble with. Jarry's bad games were really bad. I mean, even in the playoffs, to me, I don't think Ingram. In my mind, I don't think he was poor in the playoffs. I mean, they needed some saves. But, I mean, I always go back to that sequence where they gave up two 2-on-1s 42 seconds apart. Yes, you'd like your goalie to bail you out at some point, but also, I mean, my God, quit giving up odd man rushes with the game on the line. We got something.
Not Oiler-wise, but we do have a trade. Thanks, Benny. I really appreciate you bringing that up. We do have a trade. Not the Edmonton Oilers. Elliot Friedman. Olin Zellweger is being traded to Buffalo for Anton Wahlberg in a 45th pick. Remember, Zellweger fell out of favor and didn't play in the...
And he's a local guy, isn't he?
Is he a local guy?
Oh, no, sorry.
No, he's Calgary.
Raised in Bonnieville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, because the year before he played 62 games. Last year he played 76 games, and in the playoffs he only appeared in 3 games. So Olin Zellweger... Buffalo doing some good things here. Yeah, they moved Bowen Byram. They get Zellweger, 3 years younger, cheaper, and a guy that not a lot of offense there. But the Sabres acquire the 22-year-old there for a prospect and a pick. But sorry, Reid, back to Ingram and Jarry. I just think the Oilers right now they're just running it back, and I know there's a lot of time to go. But I'm with you. I don't think it's ideal to go with Jarry and Ingram. It's clear to me, at least in my opinion, that the Oilers management, ownership, whatever you want to call it, want Jarry to be the number one. I feel like if Ingram comes in and outperforms him in 4 preseason games, it's still going to be Jarry in game 1.
I don't necessarily.
Okay.
I never thought of it that way. I don't necessarily think they want Jarry to be the number 1, but I think they've painted themselves into a corner that Jarry has to be on the team.
Yeah.
So therefore, they have to hope he plays well. Okay, let's consider who the new coach is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if Ingram outplays Jarry in training camp, Mike Babcock is going to say, "Oh, you know what? No, don't worry, Stan. I'll play Jarry." Babcock's not going to do that.
No,
Babcock's not going to establish that.
And I talked about this 2 days ago because it's been clear, Stan Bowman's made it clear, and another media member in the city's made it clear that they weren't happy that Jarry wasn't playing. Okay? So, yeah. Okay, you brought in Mikey B here. You think Stan Bowman's like he needs to be our guy like in Moneyball when Brad Pitt's telling...
No, Babcock's not going to listen.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so...
No, Babcock, I can't see Babcock playing Jarry just because he has the larger contract and was traded for. Babcock wasn't here for that. I mean, he's listened to everything that's said this week. He was brought in for accountability, hard ass, tell it like it is. So
Jarry might not be the guy.
No.
Okay, just quickly, Max Bezuz is always funny. What is Reid's favorite Renee Zellweger role?
Wasn't she in The Hours? That was a good movie. Was that her?
Is that the scary one?
No.
Oh.
It's a drama.
Yeah.
But Jerry Maguire was her breakout, wasn't it? Am I remembering everything properly?
That's the classic.
Chicago's a pretty good movie. She was in Chicago.
She was in the one with Jim Carrey. When he has like a split personality.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
Was that her? Okay.
That was her. The Bridget Jones diary.
I don't think I saw those.
I haven't seen them either. But that's what she's known for, right?
What was in Bridget Jones's diary?
I don't know. We have to watch it. So I think
Isn't it a secret?
Jerry Maguire, right?
For her biggest role ever?
Yeah.
But she won an Oscar, didn't she? For I'm pretty sure she won an Oscar. Hang on. Now, why did you bring this up, Hernan? Like, for crying out loud.
Hey, blame Max Bezuz.
There's one way to derail me. That's certainly it. My goodness. Well, she was in Empire Records. She was in The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Man. Cold Mountain was, I think, a big role for her. I don't think I ever saw that. Maybe she wasn't in The Hours. No, she wasn't. That was Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
And who was the other person? I can't remember. Okay, hang on, everybody. List of awards and nominations. She won Best Supporting Actress in Cold Mountain. She won Best Actress for Judy, playing Judy Garland in 2020. She was nominated for Best Actress for Bridget Jones' Diary and Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Haven't seen any of those.
Chicago's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not a huge... I never used to like musicals at all. I've come around on musicals if they're sort of like fun, which that movie was.
All right, let's bring it back.
I can go wherever you want, baby.
Zedmo says Unger will steal the show in camp. Yeah, we had him on our show. I love Connor Unger, but if it's Ingram and Jarry, it's going to be Ingram. It's going to be Ingram and Jarry. Reid.
I mean, I hope Unger turns out to be something.
Yes,
because they need depth within the organization. I don't know if even if he steals the show in camp, would he be in the NHL to start the season? I'm not sure. This is from Gord. He says, after the presser, Babcock has the most power in the organization outside of 97 and 29. I would think Mike Babcock thinks he has the most power in the organization.
Oh, yeah. He's above Stambo.
I know what Gord is saying, but that's the one thing we hear about Mike Babcock. It is his team.
Yes. And it's funny because, and again, Reid, we're not here to tell you how to feel about Mike Babcock. You do you. But Elliot Friedman now, he was doing his podcast with Kyle Bukauskas, and he even said, he goes, I'm really nervous for that organization after this hiring. Mm-hmm. And it's all after the presser, right? So I think it's going to be a fascinating season, Reid. Fascinating to see what happens with Mr. Mikey B running this team. So it's going to be interesting. Darnell Nurse traded by Sunday?
I don't know. I mean, certainly by Wednesday, I would think.
Yes.
Or on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. But will we come into Monday at work and Darnell Nurse is still an Edmonton Oiler? You think so?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I just don't know when it's going to happen for sure. I mean, it's going to be hot and heavy trades the next couple of days. So I think probably by maybe Wednesday at midnight,
Yep.
he'd be gone, because then teams want to see how their cap's going to work out and what free agents they can get. I just wonder if it's going to be if the return is going to be an actual NHL player. I know there's certainly, I think it was even Friedman that suggested, there'll be a hockey trade, or if it's okay, we traded his contract and now we use that money for something else.
Yeah. It's good. I don't know. I'm anticipating something before Monday. I am. I think the Oilers want to be clear on what they can do on July 1st. Know what kind of money they're going to have.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're going to want to get ahead of it. What's a successful return for you in terms of the cap space? Do you need a player back? How much are you willing to retain?
Well, I think if they retain $2 million or less,
That's a win.
that's probably a win.
Okay.
If you actually got a player who could play immediately that has NHL experience in the trade, I think that would be pretty good. Hopefully you'd get a player who makes less but is still okay, talent-wise, and then you could use the money to get somebody else, or if you got to lock up Ingram or whoever.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of ridiculous stuff out there on social media for a return for Darnell Nurse. But yeah, we'll wait and see what Stan Bowman can pull off here. I mean, by all accounts, a lot of the insiders have it that there is interest in Darnell Nurse, Reid, more than maybe we thought there would be. He is an NHL defenseman. He skates well. He's tough. He's an older guy. He's a good room guy and all that stuff that we hear about Darnell Nurse. So it's good to hear, but I just don't know what makes the most sense for Stan Bowman. He's probably going to wait this out to see the best deal possible. If he doesn't have to retain, I think that's a positive. I think that's the best case scenario. But we'll wait and see here. Just continuing to refresh the socials, and nothing yet on Darnell Nurse. And if you missed it, Owen Zellweger heading to the Buffalo Sabres for a pick and a prospect. Of course, the NHL draft goes today at 5 o'clock. Oilers don't have a first round pick, but there could be some wheeling and dealing. We always get excited for wheeling and dealing on draft day, Reid, and it's usually pretty quiet.
Well, it's busier than the trade deadline a lot of times now.
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, I think like this has been this has been the time of year with all the moves now. Mm-hmm. The free agency, obviously, but then, I mean, there's been quite a few trades this week.
Yes.
So.
And big names, right?
Yeah, like significant players. But, yeah, like somebody put, CPAC says, running Ingram Jarry back again is the literal definition of insanity. Well, I get that.
I agree.
But again, who can they get another goalie? That's a big upgrade. I mean, you hear Montembeau's name being thrown around. Well, the shine kind of came off him, right?
Well, that's just it, Reid, because I think we have to look at it like through the fans' eyes, and do they want just something new just because it's always fun to have a shiny new toy? Because Ingram and Jarry could work.
It's hard for me to see Jarry working at this point, Hernan. I hate to say that.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair.
I think Ingram could be a decent goaltender.
Yes.
I think he's got the talent and he's got the mindset. I mean, Jarry as an Oiler had an .858 save percentage in the playoffs. Can he get that up over .890?
Yeah. And yet
I don't know if they defend a lot better. Maybe I don't know.
And yet some in the city were complaining that Knobloch didn't play him. Jarry was the second best goalie on this team in the playoffs.
Oh, for sure he was. Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, there's And this is the whole thing around this team. Like, okay, you can talk about the coaching. Connor and Leon can say, no. Like, we tried inexperienced coaches. We need this guy. That's fine. But like, actual talent still matters.
Yes.
Okay. A coach with a better X's and O's knowledge and tactical knowledge and however Babcock's going to motivate people or whoever, yes, that can make a difference. Can it make enough of a difference to make the Oilers a better team? Okay, like you still have to have the talent. Okay, like so the Elks are 3-0. Yeah, continuity, kill them, coaching staff back. But they also have better players than they've had, right? So you have to have better. Like how much of an impact is Babcock going to make? Is he going to make the team a 115-point team with the same lineup? I don't think so.
When I was with the Elks, you know why we were bad? It wasn't the name change. It wasn't anything else. It's because we had bad players. We didn't have a good team.
And the coaching wasn't
very good. And the GMing wasn't good.
McAdoo. Yeah.
So, yes, Reid, I agree with you 100%. And I'm glad you brought that up. Unless this team gets better talent, a coach can only do so much. The coach is not out there playing.
Right.
We've been told Murphy's an elite second pairing defenseman. I don't think he's elite. I think he's really good. And I don't think Dickinson's an elite third-line center. I think he's really good.
I think they're both solid NHLers.
Yes, solid NHLers, but they're not elite. I think we throw around that word far too easily. Both guys are not elite, and those are coming from people that are trying to pump up these signings.
Right.
I like both players. I do. I think they will help, but they're not elite. They're not elite.
Right.
And that's not a knock on them. They would be in the NHL if the Oilers didn't sign them, but we have to stop using that word, right? You can't underestimate a coach that actually knows how to teach this team to move the puck under pressure and transition. Knob plus Stewart didn't change up our breakout one bit over 3 years. Yeah, but is that also talent? Maybe they couldn't. I mean, Paul Coffey can tell they're blue in the face to move the puck quicker, but if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah, but that's a good point. I mean, like we're gonna find out. Like, how much can a coach make a team better? A coach can definitely make a team better.
Yes, of course.
I do think, as I've said hundreds of times, I do think Knobloch had his deficiency as a coach was not probably. I think the tactical stuff. Mm-hmm. He talked a lot about confidence, feeling good, putting guys in the right place, which is also important.
Yes.
Okay, so. Yeah, if Babcock teaches a better breakout, teaches that they have more focused alertness in their own end, sure, maybe that's going to help. Maybe that's going to help more than I think. Maybe that'll help the goaltenders more than I think. I don't know. Maybe it's going to help against giving up odd man rushes and turning over the puck more than I think. Is he going to make Trent Frederick a 15-goal scorer? I don't know. The way it looked last year, but maybe his touch is going to be that magical. But as for the goaltending, I mean, I can't help but see it as a pretty big question mark.
Yeah. And again, a guy that for some reason everybody thinks he's great defensively. His Maple Leafs teams were never good defensively. Never. And they have similar roster construction. So, but listen, we got to wait and see. We got to wait and see if it is Connor Ingram and Tristan Jarry. We got to wait and see who else they bring in. We have to see how he's going to coach this team, how they're going to play, are they going to be better defensively, and all that. So until that happens, we'll continue to do the what ifs, Reid, because that's what we're best at.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
This one says Babs probably won't panic and go nuclear 5 minutes in.
Well, that's another thing. How does look, Connor and Leon are going to lead the team in ice time. Well, yes. Boosh, I guess. They're going to lead the forwards in ice time.
Yes.
When they're down 2 goals with 5 minutes left, they're going to play 2.5 or 3 minutes of the final 5 minutes.
100%.
What I want to see is how Babcock manages that 2-1 deficit halfway through the second period. When it's not going great, when maybe Leon and Connor aren't having great games or been on the ice for goals. Right, part of the problem. Is he going to say, okay, no, I'm going to go to the depth guys to get back into this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if our third and fourth lines can grind out some chances and not immediately go heavy with the offensive guys with still 30 minutes left in a close game.
Trent Frederick's really going this game. I'm going to throw him out.
Right.
Right? And I think that's what we're all intrigued to see. I heard you and Jay talking about it. It was a very good conversation you guys had about the top guys, right? Because you said, don't get it twisted. 29 and 97 are still going to lead the team in ice time.
Oh, absolutely.
Bouchard's still going to lead the team for defense.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, will those numbers drop a bit? That's what we're here to see. But those guys are going to continue to play a ton. It's just the way it is. Every coach is going to do it. But, like the text said from C-Run, they're down 1-0 5 minutes in. I can't see Babs going, okay, Connor, Leon, let's go. Well, we have to wait and see.
Yeah, like Gord says, I would love to see Bouchard, Draisaitl, and McDavid. I'd love to not see Bouchard, Draisaitl, and McDavid on the ice 3 of the last 5 minutes of a game with the lead, have defensive players who can defend and use them. That's another thing we'll see. Now, you watch the playoffs and stuff, it's not uncommon to have big guys out late in the game because they're faster and they're better with the puck and they have an empty net to shoot at.
And McDavid's
so coaches,
speed is a big difference.
Right. And then another thing with the Oilers is Draisaitl's their best face-off guy. So
that's the thing, right?
Yeah. But that is a fair comment. Could you see different usage there where other guys might get out there? Certainly the penalty kill, and I think DJ Smith might have already suggested that McDavid will not be on the PK. I think I might have saw that tweeted out by somebody.
No issues there.
So obviously no issues there.
That's probably one of the biggest faults of Chris Knoblauch was having him out on the PK. That's something that's not necessary. You have enough guys that can PK.
Well, if he was good at it, that's fine.
Oh,
if he was actually good at it,
yeah.
that'd be like, okay, well, he's the best choice. I don't think he was the best choice.
He was not. And I agree with you on that. And for some reason, they kept putting him out there last year.
I mean, the PK wound up 20th, but the bad stretches were kind of usually really bad.
Really bad. Yeah, they couldn't. They were giving up.
I mean, they had some good little bursts. I think they did improve after the trade deadline, and then it was bad in the playoffs again.
If you missed it, some other moves around the NHL. Former Edmonton Oilers Brett Kulak signs a 5-year deal with the Colorado Avalanche at 4.5 AAV. And Brent Burns returns on a 1-year deal. It's $850K, but it can go up to $3 million in bonuses. So Colorado bringing back a few of their guys. I've always been a Brett Kulak guy. I think he's fantastic. Brent Burns got a lot of mileage, but a guy that plays on their third pair for a 1-year deal at that money is pretty darn good. So Reid, just your thoughts on the Avs kind of doing similar to what the Oilers, just bringing back some old dogs.
Yeah, well, that's a long deal for Kulak, right? I don't think he's ever had a contract that long before. I mean, Kulak's a good player who usually plays his best hockey in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I mean, we saw him here. He's pretty reliable, pretty steady, skates well, can move the puck. His play again here. His playoff performances were very good. Had a good playoff for the Avalanche, so that's a good deal for him. You know, the Oilers trading him when they traded him, the trade itself made sense. Sorry, trading Brett Kulak in my mind actually made sense. If you were going to lose him to free agency,
yeah, obviously
the return and how that worked out with Pittsburgh wasn't great, but yeah, so like solid player. He's one of those guys, you know, and this is why I'll often say don't underestimate just a good NHL player. Like I always found that about Cody Ceci. Yeah, okay, he had his flaws. He wasn't awesome, but he was like a good player.
Yeah,
you know, like he's kind of just solid. You know, and him and Kulak were overlapped for a couple of years with the Oilers. You know, like Kulak's just kind of a good player. Usually doesn't make a big mistake. Yeah, he might get beat, but he's usually not like at the heart of big goof ups or anything like that.
Yeah, and they're set there in Colorado with Makar, Taves, Malinsky, Kulak, Manson, Burns. He has a no trade, not a no movement. He has a no trade clause for the first 3 years of this deal. Then it goes to a 16-team 15-team no trade clause, modified no trade in this final 2 years.
Right.
Brent Burns just gets the 1-year deal.
Well, everybody's getting no trades nowadays, eh? It's becoming a standard part of contracts for the veterans.
Yeah, it's something that listen, Reid, if I was a GM, I'd go away from them.
But you can't, because then the player will say, okay, I'll go to a team that'll give it to me.
Then I'd say good riddance. Unless it's a
Then
star
you'd have
player.
no players on your team.
Star players only, baby. If I went to Trent Frederick and I said, I'm giving you an 8-year deal, at over $3 million, that's good enough. Well, I'll get a new woman somewhere else, then see you later, buddy. Seriously. I'm talking about no movements for guys that play those roles. If
Right.
Connor McDavid signs a 7-year extension with the Oilers and it's a full no movement, you think I'm going to complain? Hell no. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Okay, so who has protection? McKinnon, full no move till the end of the contract in 31. Natchez, full no move till 2031. Brock Nelson has a no trade and then a 15-team list. Landeskog, full no move. Kadri, 13-team no trade list. Lehkonen, 1 more year, 12-team no trade list. Logan O'Connor has a 6-team no trade. And then later, so how do they come up with, okay, what does Logan O'Connor say? He's like, okay, Logan, we can't give you a full no move. He's like, look, man, there are 4 cities in the NHL that I think are such dung holes. Can you at least put those on a list for me?
Yeah, I can't go to those teams.
Give us you know what? We'll give you 6 teams the first couple of years and then 4. He's like, thank God. Because I just do not want to get traded to Nashville. It's too noisy. The damn country or whatever teams are on the list.
Yeah, but at
at
least
4 team. Like in the last year of Logan O'Connor's contract, he has a 4-team no trade list.
Yeah, but at least they're modified and there's options. Because you scroll down, you look to Devin Taves, it's a modified throughout the rest of his contract. Malinsky has a no trade for the next 2 years. We already talked about Kulak. Stop giving no movements.
I just think it's funny. Like, I can understand a 16-team list because it's like, okay, GM, I'll give you some flexibility, but, I want to narrow it down a little bit. Like, maybe I don't want to go to certain regions of the States or Canada because it's too far away, whatever. But, like, a 4-team no-trade list.
That's ridiculous.
Like, what's the point?
What's your beef? Who's on that 4 teams? Who's on those 4 teams?
If I were an NHL player and I'm playing for the Oilers,
Yeah.
so I have to list 4 teams I wouldn't be traded to. Let me think. Probably the Islanders,
Okay.
Boston.
Okay.
Boston, because I've never been fond of the Bruins. The Islanders, because if I'm going to live in New York, I want to play for the Manhattan team. This is just me pretending I'm an NHL player.
Yes.
Like, I'd have, if I were an Oiler, I'd have no trouble being played to the Leafs. Like, hey, I get to play in Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one that's going to get them the cup. That's the type of player I would be. Montreal, I'm going to go and get them the cup. So I'd say Islanders, Boston, Calgary, and then who else? Probably the Canucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Vancouver's a beautiful city.
I'd go to Winnipeg. I'd go to California. I'd go to St. Paul.
Winnipeg wouldn't be on my list. Calgary wouldn't be on my list. I don't think I'd want to play in Toronto. And then in probably like I don't think I'd want to play like in an Anaheim.
Why not?
I don't know.
You could go to Disneyland whenever you wanted. You could go swim in the ocean.
That's a good point. Nashville would be awesome. Vegas too. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question. Max Pizzuta says Calgary, and the Flames.
That's just no move teams.
Ottawa, maybe I wouldn't want to play in.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Well, where's the rink?
Yeah.
Well, they're out there building a new one, though, eventually.
Tank says the Winnipeg Islanders, Toronto, Columbus. Our Columbus is really nice, though.
Oh, yeah. But the franchise has been kind of blah.
Yeah, because I think you have to take into account, too, like where you are in your life, city, if it matters,
for sure.
media, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You just want to go play hockey and be left alone. you're probably picking a lot of American cities.
Right.
Right? But if you like the fanfare and you like the media craze, you're probably picking Canada.
No, people are putting where they, yeah. Sheesh says, I wouldn't want to go to Edmonton to play. Fans are way too crazy. LOL. Well, that is true.
You're not
is true.
wrong.
No, that's not incorrect at all.
CPAC says Winnipeg, Vancouver, Calgary, and Columbus.
Like Castor makes a good point. Difference between Holland and Bowman. Holland trades for known quantities like Ceci and Kulak. Bowman gambles on injured players like Frederick and Regula. Yeah, that's a fair comment.
Yeah. And it just seems Bowman never negotiates. It's just like, no, we want this, that. Okay. It was funny because Dickinson joined another show in the city. He goes, when I saw 5 years, it was a no-brainer. I was like, well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Plus a no movement. Like, obviously it was a no-brainer. he wasn't doing the Oilers a solid.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I mean, Winnipeg was on a lot of no trades.
Yeah.
Like, is that the player or is that maybe a spouse?
Yeah, I don't want to live.
I don't want to, because the players are gone almost half the time.
Yeah.
Right. And then even when they're here, their focus is so much on hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they're saying like, oh, I want to go to the Citadel. Like I remember talking to Adam Larson about playing for the Devils.
Yeah.
And I was like, so like, what was it like being close to New York? He's like, well, I could see like the Manhattan skyline out of my condo window, out of off my condo balcony. And I was like, he's like, oh, yeah, like, would you go hang? He's like, he's like, I never went to Manhattan. Like, when do I have time to go to Manhattan to hang out? You know, like that's a whole, you got to get a car or like get over there. And then, so, you know, and again, it's different for every player.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, some players are like, okay, yeah, I want to go live in Florida. And well, those teams are good now.
Yeah.
They weren't like, the Panthers were, let's play it. The Panthers had a 10-year playoff drought, just like Edmonton. You know, they weren't very good for a long time, too. Tampa's always kind of been a good franchise.
Yeah.
They've had some drop-offs, but they've been in 4 cup finals. 5. 04. When did Chicago beat them? 15?
Was it 15?
And then they were in 2021 and 22.
Yeah.
But they've had some drop-offs because they had got Stamkos high. Didn't they get Hedman second overall? But they've generally been a good franchise.
They've been good. But that's a good point on, I think it's different for a single hockey player than a man with a family. Because probably, like you said, a lot of spouses don't want to live in Winnipeg during the winter.
Right.
Right? And nothing against the city of Winnipeg. It's wonderful. I've been there plenty of times with the Elks. But I think the weather has a lot to do with it, too. Like Edmonton's winters are bad. It's not the nicest to live here. During the cold
yeah,
months.
and I mean I remember hearing Lucic do an interview once, like, and somebody was like, you signed at Edmonton," and he's just like, well, he's like, yeah, it's not really the cold, it's just that like I found it so dry, like the dryness in the winter and the lack of daylight, so whatever. I mean, if you're gonna look for a reason not to play somewhere, you can find one.
Yeah, and the light stuff that's a good point, actually. Well, our summers are amazing for light.
Yeah, the guys aren't here.
Yeah.
Well, or they were playing like they were a couple of years. I mean, Game 7 was 2 years and 2 days ago. I know it was in Florida, but Game 6 was June 21st, 2024. That was the solstice.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days, Reid. The good old days. Quickly before we got about 10 minutes left on the show, Edmonton Elks 3-0, buddy. First time since 2017. I think they let their red zone efficiency has to improve, but the defense is legit, and they're 3-0, baby, and no one's complaining. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's good to have some positive momentum. I agree. The red zone offense is the biggest concern, but they're still winning. I'd sooner say this is a problem, but they won.
Yeah.
And no game's going to be perfect. You'd love to win every game 35-3, but there's going to be ups and downs in the game. Winnipeg's a good team. They responded. They tried to do what they do best, and the Elks beat them. I mean, yeah, okay, they could have had 35 points halfway through the third quarter. They had 17. And it got to the fourth quarter, and they're feeding Oliveira, and thought was like, oh, here's Winnipeg time. Because we've seen Winnipeg do this before. They keep handing off the ball, and even when they had Harris, it's like, after 3 quarters, like he's been good but not great. And then in the fourth quarter, they grind it out.
Just crushes
They stick
you,
to the run. They get moving and all that type of stuff. And it worked on a couple drives, but they stuffed them late in the game. The Winnipeg's second last drive, they stuffed them. They forced Winnipeg to punt, and they went down and scored. The defense is very, very good.
Yes.
They're fast. They get to the ball. I'm going to have to ask Milne about it because he played defensive back. It looks like they're tackling to try to force a fumble, and they forced a bunch of fumbles last night. And the thing about Fajardo, it's like it's like he's the Dwayne Rollison of quarterbacks. Like you look at him, it's like, yeah, okay, but
I get it. Yeah,
but he pulls it out. He made some throws he needed to make. Julian Grant came up with some big catches late in the game. Good for TJ Luther to get that touchdown. So I think the way it's been the last few seasons, I don't want to critique victory too mumuch.
No.
I mean, 3-0, you got other teams now in the chase position. You're already 2 games ahead of Winnipeg.
Yeah.
You're going to be 3.5 games ahead of either Calgary or BC. Are they both 0-2 or
0-2?
Right. So you're going to be a full 3 games ahead of the last place team.
Yeah.
You might be alone in first, though I expect Regina to beat or Saskatchewan to beat Toronto tonight for the road game for the Riders in their own stadium.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this is Toronto's home game. and there's a lot to work on. And of course, it's a long season, and there's going to be disappointing losses or injuries or things to fight through. But it's just great to get the wins in the bank and now have a team where in late game situations, they like belief and doubt are things. Like we were talking about talent. That's really important. But belief and doubt are things. And Fajardo said it if you watch that his post-game speech after Saturday's game. He's like, the Elks win now. That's who we are.
Yeah.
So they got to believe that. And it came through yesterday. They've lost the lead. They're down a point. You got to drive for at least a field goal, and they wind up getting the touchdown. And then I got to talk to Jay too. Why did Winnipeg not throw to the end zone on the last play of the game?
Yeah, I don't know what they're...
Because Dembski wasn't looking to lateral.
No.
I was like, okay, do they have some crazy... Like, he was trying to run it into the end zone from the 20-yard line, and I was like, you're not going to get into the end zone. Like
throw your 5 receivers and you're running back in the end zone and toss it up.
Yeah, like hope for PI or something.
Yeah, Winnipeg's an interesting team to me because the Elks won it in the trenches. The D-line, the O-line's dominated. There wasn't a lot of pressure on Fajardo. They got a ton of pressure on Collaros.
Well, the D-line had their best game.
They had 3 sacks, but they could have had way more. I mean, the first play of the game, boom, DeBlanco
What
sack.
a start, eh?
Yeah. I mean, the Jordan Williams hit on Brady for the fumble. You're not going to see a harder hit than that.
Yeah.
Maddie brought it up on the hangout when Vavel looked like he was going to have a good return, and Cordell Jackson came out of nowhere and just rocked him late in the game.
Yeah. Oh, why is my audio? Sorry, I put you on by accident, Hernan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's encouraging. I mean, it'll be interesting how the Lions aren't great. Lions play Calgary.
Mm-hmm. One team's going to be 0-3.
Yeah, and then the Elks play BC next week. I mean, they haven't had good luck against Rourke, but Rourke hasn't faced an Elks defense that is this good. The BC defense has been
atrocious,
like non-existent.
Mike Benavides, man, he's never been a good DC, and I'll stand by that. And also, we have to be fair. The Lions are dealing with a ton of injuries.
Yep.
So
on offense, I think their defense is healthy. I think their defense is just bad.
No Hatcher, no Katoy. It sounds like McInnes is hurt now, so it's tough for them for sure.
But having said that, you got to build depth.
Yes.
Nick Anderson was out.
And Mogensen
stepped in. Robistelli has not played at receiver.
Yeah.
They got other guys stepping in. I mean, Cephas got the ball a little more yesterday. I think Ed Hervey's really high on him.
Mac, again, he's got to hold on to the ball.
Hang on to the ball. I don't know what was up with that. That looked all mental to me. Like
Justin Rankin over 100 again. He's an absolute beast. Reid, what's coming up on the Reid Wilkins show?
Well, we got Cordell Jackson from the Elks, so that'll be fun. Our athlete of the week, is the Alberta Pickleball Coach of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We love doing athlete of the week.
Yeah, of course.
Benny's going to hop in. We got the Coob hanging out. We'll talk about the NHL. The draft will start during our show.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Leafs got the first pick, eh?
Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me, buddy.
The hype around that one.
Don't remind me.
And yeah, we'll have a good time. We'll talk more about the Elks. Look ahead to the soccer game.
Good stuff. Don't go anywhere. EST Afternoons. We got Guy Flaming coming up. I think live from a school bus.
Where's he going?
Picking up.
Or is he driving the school bus?
He's driving. It's his last day of work. And Aaron Grimes in the second hour. Yeah. And then we'll do Zach to the Future. It's going to be fun. I was testing you on a few of those.
Well, that's a great segment.
You're like a wizard. You know everything.
I do not know everything, but I like trivia. I like trivia, especially about movies and sports.
Yeah.
But there's a lot I don't know, and there's a lot I've forgotten over the years too. Like just movie quotes and stuff like that. I don't know. I hear people say it. I can't remember what it's from.
You're not a rewatcher of movies.
Not anymore. No. I used to watch my favorite stuff over, but I'm not anymore. I'd kind of prefer to do something new or watch something more recent. So yeah, if sometimes if something is on TV, I might leave it on for a bit, or if I know a certain scene is coming. I mean, and I've heard other people say this. I got a shelf of DVDs that never get touched anymore.
Yeah,
it used to be such a cool thing to go to A&B Sound, and get the new DVD and maybe watch the special features. Or usually you would never get around to it. But yeah, Zach to the Future is fun. Zach does pretty well.
He does.
Zach does pretty well.
I surprise myself on a daily basis, Reid, with the amount of stuff that I know that I probably shouldn't know, or the fact that I know it, that I have no reason or remembrance of me even learning that certain thing. At this point, I feel like I've forgotten more than what I've learned ever. I mean, I look back at school and stuff. You guys aren't testing me like the pop quiz that you're talking about on the off-topic topic yesterday, but I always have a gut feeling, and usually it's right. I'm just the best, guys. I'm just the best.
Just follow your gut, everybody. Never think or plan about anything. Follow your gut.
Reid isn't watching Arlington Road anytime soon?
I don't know if I ever even saw Arlington Road. I think I heard so much about it that I felt I never needed to watch it.
I think I just looked it up.
Spoiler, doesn't it end with, isn't it a bad guy wins movie? I think it is.
I just looked it up, and I think I've watched it. It's 30 years
old, so I don't care if I'm spoiling
I think Tim Robbins is the creepy guy.
Right, and doesn't he like a bomber and he gets away with it in the end?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry if I'm spoiling it, everybody, but it's 27 years old, so I don't care.
Oh man, it's great.
Who's in it? Bridges, Robbins, Joan Cusack.
It's a good movie. I think it's a thing on the morning show that they got Trev to watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it a bad guy who wins movie? I think it might be.
I haven't seen it.
Somebody will tell me.
We got World Cup action coming along as well. A great game, France, Norway, but it looks like they're playing a lot of their bench guys today because both teams have qualified, but still, you can sprinkle a little bit.
So they're going to kick the ball back and forth for 90 minutes?
Probably.
Not try to score?
I hope not. That's terrible. Sprinkle a little bit on Play Alberta. Reid, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I certainly try to be, Hernan. Thank you for having me.
You're great. Don't go anywhere. EST Afternoon is coming up with Joaquin Gage, myself, and Coop, and then it's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Mail, and they'll close it out here for the week. They'll take you right up until 6. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the thumbs up. Talk in a bit.
Thank you, Hernan.